Hi everyone, welcome to my channel BFG Woodworking. I'm very excited today because I've got myself a brilliant upgrade to the shop. It's something I've been wanting for a while. I'm really looking forward to getting to use it. It's going to be a massive benefit to me, and that is a planer thicknesser combo or joint to planer combo wherever you live in the world. What we're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through taking it apart, cleaning it, replacing things if needs be. Because I did buy on Facebook Marketplace, so we're just going to check it all out and then see how it all works at the end. I can't wait to get started. Let's go. Right, so what we have here is the Record Power RD26. This shares a platform with the Metabo and the Lurum. So if you've got either of them, this should all work the same for you too. First job, dismantle. Let's get everything off here that can come off. Clean these parts individually, and then we can clean the main machine with all these bits off. Right, with all them off, this is what you should have on your table. You should have the outfeed, table, the fence, dust chute. I did notice this was broken, so I'm going to have to get a replacement for that. We've got the guard for the blade, and in your pack, you should also have this. This is actually to set up your blade height for your outfeed table. Very important. If you ain't got one of them, try and source one. Then a few nuts, bolts, handles. These are bits I'm going to clean and really focus on. Your anti-kickback system, your rollers, blades, and then your feed table for your thicknesser. For the job, as you can see there, we are going to use some Trend tool cleaner. I've got a toothbrush, any will do, and some steel wheel of various thicknesses, and some paper towel just to dry it all off. It sounds fine. Give it a spritz. Wait a few minutes. Start scrubbing. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is just get some machine wax on the infeed and outfeed part of the thicknesser. I will do on the infeed and outfeed of the tables for the jointer too. The machine oil is just for the threads for the up and down action for the thicknesser. To apply the wax, I'm actually going to use a very fine steel wool. Alright, now that's all done. The final thing to do when it comes to this is just add some lube on all the bits and pieces that might be moving around the machine. And I'm going to whip the back off and just check the cogs, the belts, chain, that sort of stuff. Make sure that's all dust free and moving freely. And now I've cleaned it all out. Next thing I'm going to do is just replace the blades. Now this is a 2-blade cutter head on this machine. All I needed was a 5mm Allen key to get the 4 retaining screws for the blade out. They were a bit rusted in there, so it took a bit of effort, but eventually got them out of there. There's a spacer block that you need to prise out first, and the blade should quite happily slip out of there. Take your time with this. You don't want to strip any of them screws, especially if they were stuck like mine were. I did take the time when replacing the blade, before I put them screws back in, just add a bit of oil in there just to hopefully make my life a little bit easier the next time I need to replace this. I'm hoping I don't have to do this for a while, because the next bit of setting up the blades was one of the most tedious things I've ever done. So let's get on with that. Right, once you've got your outfeed table back attached on, now it's time to set your blade height. You need to set your blade height to the outfeed table. For this you'll need a 2.5mm Allen key, because you've got two machine screws, one at the front, one at the back, to raise or lower the blade. Now if you have a look at this setup block, I'll zoom in a sec, you're going to see two arrows. You set the first arrow onto one of the teeth, should we say, and then rotate the blade across it. Now what it's saying it should do is, if you've got it set correctly, it should move only to that next arrow to the front of the tooth, and you have to do that to the front and back. And then to adjust it, you just use your 2.5mm Allen key to adjust these two set screws until you get it perfectly. If it moves too far, your blade's too high. If it doesn't move enough, your blade's too low. You just got to go backwards and forwards, checking these out, because what you find, you may do one, do the other, and it messes up, so you just got to double check everything. Once you've done that, we'll just level the beds up. Now I've just set it to 0 on my infeed. Just get these so the coplanar, I've got a feeler gauge that I'm just going backwards and forwards against my straight edge with the light behind it to make sure that that is level. Again, it can be a bit tedious. I was quite lucky, it was pretty level from the get-go. And then the final thing is to set your fence square. The more important bit is to get it square to the outfeed table. So just mess about with that until you have got it. And you should be ready to start planing some wood, so let's do that. I am just going to leave this part in real time, because I've noticed on YouTube and places there's not really much about this machine in action. But if you don't want to watch it in real time, just skip along a bit.
Get 20% off when you spend basket of Mother's Day products. With lower prices on big lines like Prosecco Spumante 75cl for just £6.24 compared to £8.25 at Morrison's, and Ferrero Rocher 24 pack for £5.98 versus £8 at Morrison's. That's a difference you can pocket. That's Asda price. Compared online 27th of March. Includes promotional prices. Offer ends from 30th of March. Verification
waterfalls at the Peak District. Search Big Hike today for 30% off your entry. Together.
Well, I'd have to say that is nigh on perfect. Look at that. I'll just lift them up and squish them together here so you can see the surface planing. It's almost like one piece. I would say that's a job well done for that. There we go. That's the whole process there. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm no expert in this, so if you do have any tips, tricks, or anything that I may be able to improve the process, or I probably think I've done wrong, please comment below. More than happy to learn something new. And it might help the next person who's watched it and thinks, oh, I want to have a go at doing this. So please engage with that. That'd be a big help for everyone, I think, involved. Also, just to reiterate, if you have got something out of this, please subscribe to the channel. Big help to me, like it. And I'll see you on the next one. So thank you very much for your time. Good night, everyone.